just head home. But seeing some of the models earlier this morning on my way up to Lubbock, I kind of decided to dabble with what forms out southwest of Lubbock, especially towards sunset. I'm hoping for a pretty scene near sunset. So I made the decision to stay, and then the SBC put that 2% out, and that really kind of confirmed my thinking. So I'm heading towards Brownsville, Texas, and gonna see how it goes.
So with my expectations being pretty low, I headed out toward what was a developing supercell just after 2 p.m. What I didn't know was that I'd be chasing this storm through almost 11 p.m. that night, possibly the longest I've ever chased a supercell.
Kind of hard to tell from my perspective, but there looks to be some dust getting picked up underneath the base, and I don't know if it's tornadic or gustnado or something in between me and the storm.
By the time I started to move into position on the storm, it was already looking pretty solid with a nice big clean base and a severe warning for large hail. This was going to be my storm, and for a day that I wasn't even sure I would have storms, I was pretty happy just to be there.
This thing's really trying to shine here.
Oftentimes when the topsoil is dry and void of vegetation, a storm will blow around a lot of dirt, oftentimes causing it to spin. We call these quick spin-ups gustnados. In this case, as with many, I don't consider these quick spin-ups to be tornadic, though in a few cases I have seen them evolve into a tornado. This thing just keeps looking better and better. We've got a rotating wall cloud. This is already blown away my expectations for the day. Got some strong rotation in the wall cloud above this little dust world. Almost looks like it's trying to produce a funnel. One other notable characteristic of this storm was its really high base, meaning just how high up the clouds are. Among other things, this is usually a pretty good indication of how likely a storm is to produce a tornado, with the higher the bases being, the harder it is. But nobody told our storm this. It started to produce several occlusions that were close to producing a tornado. And this is where it made its best attempt yet, with the RFD cutting through the base of the storm, creating several rotating eddies in the clouds. But it didn't get it done, at least not yet. This same RFD did go on to produce some pretty large gustnados though that I was able to get pretty close to while repositioning. Pretty good motion on that. And we got our apparent circulation here. Shortly after, the storm prompted a tornado warning as it passed to the north of Lamesa, and this is where the first tornadic circulation did occur. It wasn't even close to a fully condensed tornado, but you can clearly see a cone-shaped funnel rotating above this little area of circulating dust. It didn't last long, but I'm counting it. The storm went on to produce another nicer rope funnel that may well have touched down as well, but I wasn't close enough to see any ground circulation and was kind of caught off guard as I was driving away from the storm when it first formed. I chased the supercell into sunset, making sure to take full advantage of its slow forward motion, which allowed me to time-lapse the crap out of this thing. But most of those will be included in another project down the road. It was a stunning supercell that I ended up chasing well into the night. I don't think I've ever chased the same storm for so long, and it was a really beautiful one for pretty much its entire life. It was a really special chase day, especially considering my very low expectations for the day. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as it really helps me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.